This is episode 5 of the Marky Worthington Comedy Podcast. In this episode, we've got Dylan Holmes, and we're going to be doing a movie review on Alien vs. Predator, film from 2004. So shout out to Dylan for being on the show and running through. This is the first episode that we have a planned content. So if you remember episode 1, I said to listen to episode 5 if you want to hear when this gets better. Well, we got our first planned content, so that's a step in the right direction. Also, quick reminder, there's some spoilers in this, so if you haven't seen a movie from 2004, go and watch it before you listen to this review if you don't want any spoilers. Watching the movie isn't a requirement to listen to this episode, so either way, enjoy the rest of the podcast. And before we get into it, we'll just run through some dates for the next coming open mics and comedy around Canberra. So first of all, on Wednesday the 23rd, there's Short Fast Funny at the Deakin Football Club from 7:30. Purchase your tickets online. I've shared that on my social media, so go on there and get those ones. And then on Wednesday the 30th from 8 p.m, we've got Boardwalk Open Mic. And then on November the 3rd, Smith's Alternative from 7 o'clock, Open Mic. And then finally on the 13th of November, there's the Treehouse Open Mic. So that one is starting from 8 o'clock. And cheers for listening to the podcast. We'll get into the episode. And remember to like, subscribe, and share for more content. Cheers. Today we're at the basement. I'm joined here with Dylan Holmes.
What's up?
Hey Dylan, man. It's good to have you on the show. We've kind of been doing a few mics around town for a little while now. And
Yep.
it's good to actually sit down and have a chat. We're thinking of doing something a little bit different today. Normally on my podcast we just talk for a little while and organically form the whole podcast, but we actually got some structure to this one. So welcome to the first structured episode.
Flirting with a little structure in your life, Marky.
Yeah, exactly, man. Well, I figured there's no one else to drag into it than you, so...
Yeah, well, I'm free almost all the time. So.
Oh, man. So, yeah, our structured episode today, we decided to do a movie review, and we chose the 2004 cult classic hit Alien vs. Predator.
Yeah, that's lofty praise already.
Yeah.
I guess it's a cult classic of sorts.
Yeah, I guess we'll get into it more later, but there's like a teaser about what we're going to be talking about. But just to cap it off, I'd probably say that all in all, it got like a whole bunch of people that were Alien fans and Predator fans to both simultaneously hate one franchise.
That's true, and there's a lot of crossover in those fans already, to be honest.
Yeah.
And then just this movie came out, and I remember seeing it at the movies. I was just like, I don't know how to feel about this.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a little intro. Let's get into some movie review.
Yeah, let's do it. This is Alien vs. Predator still?
Yeah. Alien vs. Predator. We got, we figured we'll break the ice with 3 websites and some reviews that I had on there.
All right.
From that. So there's 3 websites. We got Empire Online.
Okay, yep.
Rotten Tomatoes.
Classic.
And commonsensemedia.org.
I can already tell it's going to be so shit.
Dude, the funniest thing is .com must have been taken.
What is it?
.org.
.org? Not non-for-profit, yeah.
So
this is for the community.
Someone's already making money out of commonsensemedia.com. So for the community, they created that thing. Now, Empire Online, 2 out of 5.
Okay.
Rotten Tomatoes. Now there's 21% from Tomatoes.
Okay.
And 39% audience review.
Well, okay.
Okay. And commonsensemedia.org.
Can I guess? 1.
1 out of 5. Yeah, Common Sense Media wasn't a fan.
It was either 1 or 5, let's be real.
Well,
I feel like they don't give a lot of 3 stars.
The funny thing is, everything in comedy usually runs in 3s.
Yeah.
So I just accidentally chose 3 sites. Like, it's just, it's kind of like, it's the beat that I run to now.
Yeah.
And when I say 3 sites, I just mean the first 3 that came up when I
up,
Googled it. Yeah, so... Okay, so let's go through 3 reviews from Rotten Tomatoes. I've got 2 rotten reviews and 1 fresh review.
All right.
Okay. The title alone betrays the entire Hollywood mindset of rehash, reheat, recombine, and re-release.
Can I say that this person clearly doesn't know that Alien vs. Predator was like a comic series
Yeah.
from like 1989 or whatever. Fucking Hollywood.
Oh, man. Yeah, so that's the title of their review. I'm not going to read...
All right, yeah.
I'm not going to read the entire review, but yeah, that one is on Rotten Tomatoes.
Also, one more thing about that. They're
Yeah.
talking about like this rebranding and reboot. This is like 2004
Yeah.
before this was like an epidemic.
Yeah.
All right, anyway.
Yeah, so, like, they were mad at re-releases before it was cool.
Even the thing, yeah, dude, fuck.
Yeah.
They were woke before
Yeah,
that was a thing.
and they're like professional reviewer too. So the first two are from professional reviewers.
Okay, yep.
So I'll just read the start of the next one, like the start of the title, which is I love the opening phrase. Humans find basically a predator training gym.
That's exactly what it is.
Interesting concept, but poorly executed.
Yeah, that one's actually probably spot on.
Yeah, well that was rotten, that one.
This one's good now?
Yeah, so
Okay,
the
yeah.
last one, this is a fresh review.
Okay.
Even at its most over the top, so the bit they're referring to in brackets, they say our heroine's climatic team up with the predator.
Yeah, okay.
It's still just It's just so dangerously entertaining that it couldn't even be dismissed. There we go. Stumbled my way through that. Okay. There are 3 Rotten Tomato ones. Now I've got some reviews. These are mixed reviews combined from Empire Online and Common Sense Media. Now, Common Sense Media focus heavily on how suitable this is as a PG film. So you'll be able to tell which reviews are from that side. So we'll start with a 5-star. We'll go to a 4, then a 2, then finally a 1.
All right.
Okay.
And these are the last 2, the Common Sense and...
the Common Sense Media and Empire Online.
All right.
Media.org, by the way. So, 5 stars. Awesome. This movie is not, I repeat, not bad.
Okay. Do they give reasons?
It's not scary. It only has green gore and other stuff.
Okay, so this is like...
This movie is
Common
not
sense.
bad.
It's not bad.
Is how they finish it. This movie is not bad. Not is in capitals. So they're emphasizing the not. So what I gather from this is the best review I could find online gives it 5 stars and then says it's not bad.
I was looking at it from like the perspective of like, this is a good Christian film.
Yeah, you can see the allies between the two sides. But yeah, okay, let's get into a 4-star. So this is not quite there.
Okay.
There's lots of slime and gore.
Slime.
There's not as much as the original Alien or Predator movies.
Okay.
But there's some swearing, like the S word is used 3 times.
It is. Shit.
1 F word. 2,
No, there isn't. I don't think there is.
2 B words. And
Bitch.
1 incomplete mother effer.
Oh, that's what I'm thinking of. Where do they say fuck?
I don't know. This person apparently was like, you have to consult this person's legal pad that they had in front of the movie, like with a tally next to each.
I also love how it starts. Like, you think they're on the side for Alien and Predator. Like, it's not as gory as the original films.
Yeah.
But here's what, that's a good thing. It's like, oh, fuck off.
Dude, the best bit about this is that this reviewer gives a score out of 5 for 3 major components.
Okay.
Violence and gore, 4 out of 5.
All right. Yeah.
Language, 3 out of 5.
Oh, no.
So I'm not sure whether we wanted more swearing or less.
Yeah, I'm going to say that this is definitely from the
More conservative.
Yeah,
side.
conservative, and they want
The best
no
part
B
about
words
this
at
review-
all, man.
Yeah. Dude, the best part about this review, and the third and final rating they give, is sex, 0 out of 5. So I'm not sure if that's because there's no sex, so it's like NA,
yeah. Oh, yeah.
or whether it's just because like there should have been and there
There
wasn't.
should have been very respectable missionary.
Yeah.
Lights are off.
Like they did a wedding ceremony prior.
Yeah. They're consummating their vows. Yeah.
All right, man. Let's
Also,
get.
so one more thing on that.
Yeah.
She accidentally made like a good point about like the green blood.
Yeah.
And like all the shots with it look fantastic.
Yeah, dude. Like, I think the best Alien versus Predator, like Alien versus Predator style combat in that is where they have like the fucking razor wire like net on the
that fight dude, that's far and away the best part.
That fight is is probably the standout part of the movie. And the other part about that is makes for a cool shot, man. I've seen someone get a portrait of that tattoo, like the alien
that has the grid on it.
It makes for a really cool picture.
It is sick.
Like a good visual. And then so we got our 2 more left. We got a 2-star review.
All right.
Please spare yourself and definitely your children from this movie. Gross and very violent. The movie isn't worth watching. It's almost laughable how bad this movie actually is.
Okay, that's just from a purely like, don't subject your children to bad art.
Please think of the children.
Yeah.
Okay, and then finally our 1-star review. Now, I'm going to emphasize this whole review is in caps.
Okay. How's the punctuation?
Exclamation marks.
All right.
1 star. Bullcrap. Written in capitals with an exclamation mark at the end. Followed by no. With all exclamation marks. Don't even think about watching it. There are a lot of crappy films out there, but this one is just too much to take it. Never watch it ever.
All right. So see, that could be from either side.
Dude,
that's
that could have been written by a predator.
Oh shit! Yeah.
Oh man. So they're the reviews.
All right. Can I bring up one? I think category none of those reviews really brought up, and that's happening like a lot recently, and that's just an alien fighting a predator is just objectively rad.
Yeah.
And no one takes that into account.
Dude, like, I think that, like, all right, to be fair, you're next to, like, a massive cage, and you know an alien and a predator are both going to go in there. Who are you putting money on?
Okay, is the predator
all
like
weapons? They all got their stuff.
And it's just like a circle?
Yeah, it's just a pit. Like a Mad Max Thunderdome.
See, I think the predator then. Like the aliens, they need to sneak around.
Yeah. True. Yeah, I'd go the predator, but I think, to be fair, they made it a fairly fair fight. This movie, they didn't weigh on one side or the other. Like the predator had
the predators get wrecked at the start, man.
Dude, completely. Yeah. I think that's why. I think that's because they got to have one that wins, so they'll make that one lose at the start.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Okay,
like
I see that, yeah.
Like, so that it's kind of that moment. Because I said, the predators are just, like, slashing alien ass the whole time.
Yeah.
It's not really, like, an engaging movie. It's basically, it'd just be called Predators Kill Aliens.
Yeah, but they did have... we referenced this before. Like, the best part of the film is the fight between... There's, like one or two like real fights between them, and it's like the alien having like a wrestling match almost. And, like he's like throwing it into walls and shit, and like spinning it around. Yeah.
It's pretty well choreographed.
It is. Yep.
I don't know. I think that all in all, I'd choose Predator over Alien to win that.
Yeah.
Bare knuckle,
or Alien. Every day.
Just
it's not even close.
Like, to be honest, man. Predators are like the fucking Iron Man of sci-fi.
They are, dude. Holy shit!
They're basically just a sack of meat
without. Just like a can of beans.
Yeah, they're basically they're kind of outdated too because they're wearing like the mesh singlets. Like I
think maybe that's just fashion though,
dude. Well, it's pretty behind even the fashion, you know. Like,
but we don't know what's hip on Planet Yacha, whatever they're fucking from. Like
the other, that's a good point. But the other thing is, like my dad was telling me that when he was younger, mesh singlets were like a tough guy thing to wear. Like that's if you go back far enough, stuff that could be like it's like a gay icon now. But it was like if you wore that to the pub, don't mess with that guy.
Forgot about that.
Like there was a dude that he was telling me when he was younger, there was a guy that used to just ride a motorbike and wear a mesh singlet with nothing as protection. Yeah. Like no jacket or anything.
Yeah.
And he was like known as the tough guy in town.
Did he also have like a mustache?
Yeah, it's like a mustache, like a
lisp,
like a lisp, just a leather policeman's cap,
Yeah.
Just right
Just all
now-
the stereotypes.
Just all the stereotypes.
Yeah.
No, but I just think that if you go back far enough, stuff that wasn't in fashion is like in fashion. Or if it's not in
Yeah.
fashion, it's ironic to wear it.
It's almost like cyclical, man.
Yeah,
Like-
it's like we've got 3 styles and we just keep repeating them.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
by the time one comes back around, all the people that thought that was outdated are dead now.
Yeah. You're definitely like gonna see like in 10 years some dude wearing a cape and you're gonna like think he's rad.
Yeah, exactly. It's kind of capes is taken by the superheroes. Like if you just wanted to wear
Yeah.
a cape now, like in public,
true. You
like if I'm
definitely-
going shopping on Saturday morning, Westfield Belconnen,
Yeah.
I can't
Yeah, yeah.
decide as a fashion choice I want to put a cape on without someone asking me like, so who are you dressed up as today? Oh, this is very cute.
You definitely can't pull it off with like a hoodie or like a button up or something.
like
Like if you had armor, maybe.
It would be a good distraction. Like if you're going to rob a bank, wear a cape because they might forget what you look like because
Yeah,
they were
it's like,
focused on the
What do you
cape.
look like? You had a fucking red cape.
Well, I thought he was going to come in and save from a robber, but there was no robber initially.
Yeah.
Then I realized we were in trouble.
Getting mugged with a sword, yeah.
Yeah. Like I kind of wish another person with a cape would come to save us from the original hero.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
man.
Fuck.
Yeah. So anyway, overall, man, how do you rate Alien vs Predator?
How do I rate it? All right. It's a movie of like very highs and like honestly crushing lows. But
Yeah.
like I'll talk what I like because I'll just bring this up. Some people like go so far out of their way to hate things now. But one thing that was excellent was like the production design.
Yep.
Every alien looked fantastic.
Yep.
Every predator looked fantastic. All like the gear for the predator and what is it? We mentioned it before, the blood effects.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, I heard the R version blood effects are pretty shit, but I wouldn't watch the PG one. But like, yeah, like you can tell that like the alien and the predator blood was what they could get away with and keep with PG.
yeah.
Because every time something happens to them, there's just this fluorescent bling green blood
Yeah,
just
yeah.
splatters everywhere and looks fucking rad in like
Yeah.
the dark of like the ancient temple. And then
Yeah,
like
yeah.
they also did the acid on the aliens look really well, like it melting. I thought that was sick. And in like the first half of the movie, they had like a lot of fun with like the flares and the laser sights.
Yep.
Like I thought all the lighting in that first half looked great because it's like a scene when the guy from like Train Spotting, he like opens that door in like the whaling town, which also looked great. Like that was rad.
Oh yeah. All the flecks of mist, like frozen.
Yeah, definitely like that, and then like the light from the flares cuts through it.
Yeah.
There's one where he's like opening this old like metal shed door, and like the light from the flare like scans around like the predator would like scan something.
Yeah.
And it's like just like looked incredible, man. Like that's the stuff like I liked about it.
Yeah.
Like obviously.
So if you were going to say what you like about it, you think that the filmography
Yeah.
and the set design is good.
Definitely, man. Whoever did those like I don't think they were miniatures, but whoever did like the costumes and the practical effects, man, they all look so
look
good. Like
yeah.
how gross it is. Like I don't even
For
remember.
04 as well. Like,
Definitely, man. Like the way they brought the puppets and like CG in, like
yeah.
so well. Like
Yeah.
it works. Like that's like you said, 2004. That's incredible
Yeah.
that holds up. And like I just one more shot I really liked was when they put the queen into the ice.
Yeah.
And it's kind of like, you know, in the original Alien and Aliens, like it's like in space they kill it.
Yeah.
It's like the same. It's like there's no sound. There's like a little speck of light. It's mainly dark, and she just like drifts off into the distance.
Yeah.
Like I know that's like it's a homage to other things, but it
Yeah.
still looks great in a vacuum by itself. And it's also like a reference to like these movies that like we love so much. And I just thought that was like really, really well done.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so too, man. I'm similar thoughts to you, man. Like
Yeah.
I'm a fan of sci-fi in general.
Yeah.
And I'm a fan of Alien and Predator. I think I mentioned this before. It's like when they made that movie, it was like your ex and your girlfriend's ex start dating. Like two complete different scenes both came together.
Yeah.
So you could judge it from a distance.
Yeah. Okay. I was wondering where like the X thing came
Yeah,
from.
yeah, exactly. It's just, like, it was one of those things like the reason the X thing comes into it is because you both wanted to hate it, but it actually turned out not too bad as far as like there was some good moments.
Definitely.
I think overall, I think the reason that it let a few people down was because it the standard was set really high.
It was like there was a lot of hype for this. Like the comics have been around almost 2 decades by the time that film came out.
Yep.
Yeah, and like I know my expectations were, like through the roof, and I only learned like recently that in America it had like the PG-13 rating.
Yeah,
and that honestly would have gutted it, man. Like how much. Like, I'm not trying to sound like bloodthirsty or anything, but like how much better it would have been. Like the tradition of these films is like they are violent, man.
Yeah,
like
I think so too.
Yeah, like they're like they started off as horrors almost. Well, Alien was, and then
dude, the first Predator movie was pretty scary too.
Yeah, it was definitely
the
like
mistake of the Predator.
Yeah, especially like when you watch it the first time and you have like you don't know what it is. Like
just like when it's creepily repeating what people were saying
dude,
and
so
stuff.
So good, yeah.
Yeah. Man, I think back to the first Predator movie. I think like the first, and tying it to comedy, the first time I ever told the joke was repeating like the jokes that like that Billy's telling in the first Predator movie.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, you mean the guy they got on board to like act so they could get him to screenwrite as well? Did you know that?
No, I didn't know that.
So the guy who tells all the jokes, the guy with like the glasses, he's Shane Black, I think his name is.
Yeah.
But he was like a really talented screenwriter, but they wanted him on set and like writing, so they cast him in like this minor role to have him around just to touch up the script because he was like a really renowned screenwriter at the time. And like, it's just, while you're here, Shane, can you just have a quick look at like page 5?
Well, I've got you.
yeah. Why are you here, man?
All in all, Alien vs Predator. Let's wrap it up with what we think of the thing. I think you touched on some good points with how it looks.
You want me to shit on it now?
And also, and also the filming and graphics and all that stuff.
Yeah.
Now, what about it didn't you like?
All right, there's a lot of characters that are just underdeveloped and also underkilled.
Yeah.
Like, if you need one or the other. Like, if you have characters there to like be dead, like kill them fucking spectacularly.
Yeah.
Like it's like the PG-13 rating. Like the dude like opens the shed and all the dudes are hung up. I was like, what the fuck? These guys still have their skin. What's going on? And then like some of those guys have like great lines where like the dude's like, he's like, are you your father? He's like, yeah, we don't have the luxury of quitting. Like, that's such a great line.
Yeah.
And then they die a minute later off screen.
Yeah.
So that, like, some of the acting's a bit iffy, but I don't want to just shit on actors. But one thing I did think was really fucking funny, you know, when they're telling the story, they have, like, he's reading the glyphs, and it's, like, how they've been, like, doing it. Those are on the fucking ceiling. What the fuck? Like, who chiseled those, like, up there, man? Just crazy. And then by the end, he's looking at the floor, so he must have, like, gone from the ceiling down a wall to, like, where they ended up to tell, like, a fucking 30-second story.
The other point is, like, hieroglyphs you'd think would be more shorthand than that. Nothing tightens up some words like having to slam it into
fucking
stone.
Emoji.
They should have one symbol that just means all that. Because I know that if I had to carve it into a fucking tomb, I would somehow sum it up in one picture.
Yeah, dude. Well, there is kind of. They have like
ASCII, just like instead of sending a text message, use ASCII because like it's hieroglyphs for like the modern age.
I don't even know what that is, man. I'm so out of time.
ASCII's like when you draw pictures with like backslashes and like.
Oh yeah, I get you. Yeah, no, but what I'll say, they had like the ancient like tablets of like artwork of like aliens and predators, and it's just like I can see how that would be a real struggle to make look good, but they did all right. But you're just like, all right.
My point is, you've got an entire fucking tomb there to write shit on.
Yeah, and they did.
And
the roof,
on the roof and everything. Like, if you need that much writing, build another tomb, like devoted to the writing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? It's like a library.
Yeah,
but dude, this is the other point. Like, What were the libraries like? Was it just like instead of
Stone
books,
tablets.
it was just a room full of
Little
writing?
rooms. I don't know. What did Egyptians have? Fucking papyrus.
They write it with organs.
Of like the leftover peoples. Like, this is just going to waste.
Yeah, we could spell it using like arms and legs and stuff.
Yeah. Gross. Oh man.
Then the other point is like, do they need to write that all out?
Well, I guess not. But like now we're just getting into like.
Yeah. The other point is all the killings and shit aside, pretty good rig, eh? Like, like not a bad temple.
Yeah. Well, I know. I love another thing now that has aged like fine wine. I mean that legitimately. Dude, the Predators were the ancient aliens.
Yeah.
Like showing up, teaching everyone culture and shit.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, teach them how to write hieroglyphs and stuff.
Yeah. When did that ancient alien shit start? That would have to have been like after 2010, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, dude.
Because I've seen a few movies like that in that same vein.
Yeah.
Ancient aliens.
That's another thing, man. Alien vs Predator ahead of its time.
Yeah. It was the original like ancient alien type thing.
Yeah. Or another thing, and I heard that like the director had done this before, but I don't know if it's like a ripper. Like when he goes from like you see like the alien holograms and like they zoom in,
Yep.
and then it like cuts to like inside the temple,
Yeah.
in like real vision. That's not what it's called, but you know what I mean. Like it cuts in and out like that. I thought
Like
that was
you mean like the heat view sort of thing?
yeah,
that
like they have the heat view, and then
Yeah.
you see like the people walking through the temple, and like zooms in,
Yeah.
and the shot just like smoothly transitions into
Yeah.
like them like in reality, you know, not just on a screen. Like
Yeah. No, I like some of that. Like I said, man, for its time, all
its-
those
yeah.
little things are things that you'd probably see in newer movies. That
Yeah.
style of sci-fi. They kind of, I think one thing with that is they wrote it for the time. They didn't make it. They knew what technology was available.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
they wrote the script within what they could recreate. Like they didn't go
Yeah.
over the top, like with Avatar, right?
Yeah.
Like if that movie came out instead of Titanic, it would be shit.
Yeah.
But instead, and if Titanic, like you can't really like you don't need like anything more than what they did in Titanic.
Yeah,
like, it's
definitely.
not-
Yeah.
I think they wrote to what technology could coincide
Definitely.
their script. Yeah.
And I think the biggest CG thing in Titanic everyone remembers is when the dude falls off and hits the propeller. That's the only thing I like remember though. The story's like Keel's like, oh man, he got fucked up.
Yeah. Like just hanging out for that brutal scene.
Yeah, and then you were talking about like the effects. I think it's like it's good they did it practical because both Alien and Predator have like the history of like great practical effects. Like James Cameron, I think it was for the first, he helped design the first Predator. He's like, give it mandibles, and
Yeah.
they're in there. And then H.R. Geiger, like for Alien, is like just make it look like a dick. It's like let's just really like jam this like rape symbolism.
Yeah,
down,
yeah.
Like,
Well,
everyone's
let's
so-
make it look as much like a dick
Yeah.
as possible, but without people knowing why they think they recognize it.
yeah, definitely. Yeah,
It's like I don't know where I've seen that before, not realizing it just is because it looks like a dick.
Yeah, that's definitely what he was after. Like the whole thing of like, I don't know if you want to get on doing it on your podcast, but like the whole thing with like Alien was just like it's about sexual assault. Like,
Yeah.
there's definitely heavy themes of that.
Yeah,
And, like,
yeah.
it's no accident that like the survivor was a woman, Ripley. But
Yeah.
now we're talking about a different film.
Yeah, well, I mean, that's the thing, though. This movie's a segue into so many different avenues.
I mean, yeah, like you definitely have to like look deeper and like
Yeah.
honestly, that's you do have like all films basically, but yeah, it would be so easy to just like a lot of people in the reviews there just like dismiss this. Like this is just a bad film. Like,
Yeah.
psh. But like you can definitely find some gold there.
It's definitely worth a watch for
Definitely,
like,
yeah.
the stuff that's in it. I watched it recently for the podcast.
Yep.
I've seen it a few times. One of the few movies that I actually physically own a copy of.
Okay. Yeah.
Just because I don't own a lot of physical movies.
Yeah.
And
In the
there's
modern age. Yeah.
yeah, there's like a few. I think mostly because it's not worth anything to trade in. So I'm like, well, for what it's worth, I might as well
Yeah,
keep
yeah.
it. I might watch that when the internet's down or something.
Yeah, I think what those do have those that I love was the special features. You don't get those on Netflix.
Yeah. No, for sure, man. Like,
I
got it in like in a pack of like AVP 1 and 2.
Oh, okay.
So I'm like, oh well, there's like 2 movies for $10.
Yeah.
So I just kept them since then.
Yeah, I paid like $5 to watch it on like the Microsoft streaming service.
Oh right. Well,
yeah, and I was just like, fuck, I wish it was on Netflix because this is not a good video player.
I like midway through yesterday was like, oh, I should have given my copy to him because I've already seen it.
Yeah.
Like I watched it a week ago. I should have just been like, save yourself the time.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you like it, you can buy it. Buy it. This is the thing, though. I bought it like AVP 1 and 2.
Yeah.
In a pack. But the thing is, I got it for $10, but it like AVP 2 hadn't been out for long. Like it was just already a cheap movie. Like I'm making out like I bought it recently. I got that like whenever, soon after the second one came out.
Yeah.
I did plan on watching it and taking a bunch of notes.
Yeah.
So far, I have one note, which I'm just going to emphasize.
All right, hit me with it.
So, you know, at the start where how it paints the whole like "we need you now" and the chick's climbing up the side of the fucking thing, and her phone rings. I wrote what mobile provider is the chick at the start with, because she's got service on the side of a fucking mountain. Yeah, that's the only note I made for the entire movie.
And then, like, she must have, like, actually been pretty low for the helicopter to land.
Yeah.
Well.
It's like, she's very observant mountain climber.
Yeah.
She didn't observe that a fucking helicopter landed on the summit she was meant to climb to. And the other thing is, too, she had her fucking phone set up ready to receive a phone call.
Yeah,
Because as soon as it came through, she just answered it straight away. If I was calling someone I knew who was climbing up a mountain and they didn't answer, I'd be like, fair enough. But she did it after one fucking... she did it like one fucking call and she was like, hello.
Oh, yeah, straight away, yeah.
Well, I don't know if she said hello. Like, I just think that the whole point of that was just like, why was that guy not surprised that she answered? Like, if he were, like, if I called someone on the side of the mountain and they answered, the first few seconds would me be going like, oh, are you able to talk?
Also, now that you mention it, it's like a 30-second conversation and he's at the top of the climb. It arguably would have been quicker to just wait for her to not answer the phone to get up.
Do you realise, like, with whatever cell phone provider you're using out there, that was probably like an $86 call. Got to use, like, satellites and shit. They're using, like, NASA satellites to make a call.
Triangulate,
You couldn't wait 30 seconds. And not to mention, like, how bad would you feel that if she tried to answer, she fell? Like, you couldn't wait 30 fucking seconds and now you killed the chick and now your whole fucking mission's going to shit.
Dusted, yeah.
And you got to go with that second-rate guy. That,
Oh, what was he? I forgot his name. Yeah.
How funny is that, though, that she's like, I don't want to do it. This is bullshit. And they're like, all right, we'll choose someone else. And then she's like, oh, nah. Like, I'll come along.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, basically, that Whalen dude was doing the whole trade him mean, keep him keen. You're like, fine, you don't want to do it? No worries, I'll get someone else.
Yeah, but he was keen, then mean, then keen again. Maybe that's the trick.
Yeah, it's like a love-hate relationship.
Yeah, through a toxic relationship.
Do they ever explain why that guy's got lung cancer?
No, they didn't even say that it's lung cancer. He just has the inhaler.
Yeah, so it's just like either he like just smokes like a lot of durries.
Yeah.
Or it's like some like genetic thing. He kind of looks like at least a pack a day smoker though.
Lance Henriksen, he does look a bit like he's a bit gaunt. Like
it's like he just looks a bit. You ever notice someone like you can kind of tell that they smoke cigarettes? Like if I was a smoker, you'd ask that person for a cigarette. Or
like the Deros know who to ask.
Is that some sort of like hive mind type thing?
Oh, you come full circle, man, just like Alien.
Yeah, there we go, man. Wrapping it up, dude. If you had to give it a score out of 5, what would you rate it?
Probably like 2.5, maybe 3.
Yeah. I'm with you there, man.
About the same.
I'd probably go 2.5.
Yeah.
On the low side there, just because I think that it could have had a lot more potential if they didn't lock it down to PG.
Oh yeah, definitely. That's the big problem with it.
If that was an MA film,
yeah,
and they had some brutal kill scenes, just like in Predator 1.
Something like make you scared. Like,
if it was like more of a horror than like I don't know,
straight
what
it's like it's action. Yeah.
Potentially could be a 4 or 5 star movie.
Yeah.
Not 5.
No.
But it could potentially be 3.5, 4 though. Like if it
definitely.
If it
like,
had solid. Even if the storyline was the same.
The same. Yeah.
But they just did more character development.
Yeah.
And better kills. I'd probably go higher on that.
Yeah, I can definitely see that. Like those are you mentioned it, the big flaws in the film there.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
All right, so that's wrapping up the review and kick off the next section in the next episode with a quick rundown on some more from Dylan and I. We'll go through our favourite movie and also another movie that we either don't like, it lived up to the hype, or it didn't live up to the hype, however you want to paint it, in the second episode of the Dylan Holmes Marky Worthington Podcast. So thanks for listening so far, and stay tuned for the next episode.